Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave and I'm out and about early this morning walking around looking at my trees, and I've got a bit of a problem. It's going to be stinking hot today and I've got no water. We're still only technically in spring. It's October and we haven't even got to summer yet, so it is going to be a really hot, dry season this year. And this is one area that we use a fair bit of water on. So this is my veggie patch that we looked at a couple of weeks ago. The carrots are growing nicely there. Lots of beetroot over there. It's coming along quite nicely. And we've got tomatoes in here and our silver beet and spinach growing in there. So that all looks good, but it does take a lot of water. Around the perimeter of our property we've planted all these red robin Photinia plants, and we've got 350 of these in. They're all on micro drip irrigation. You can see the black hose there, and we water these at the current time, in the current heat, probably about once every week. Our lavender is actually pretty good on water, but because it is hot and we haven't had any rain for a long time, I'm in the habit now of coming out on a Sunday morning and watering it. And it's going okay. It's actually in the growing period now, so we've got about another 2.5 months before we get the blooms on the top. But so far it's looking okay. And we have a stand of nectarine and apricot trees along here, which are coming along okay, but again, they really need a drink. Now, I know that most of the grass in that pasture paddock over there will dry off over summer. We've had really good years. For the last 2 years it's been a very wet summer, but now we've changed back to the more traditional summer that's going to be hot and dry. So all that sort of grass around in front of that shed and up to that corner will probably die off, I would imagine. I'm trying to keep just a little bit of green texture in front of the house here, just to make it look a little bit more pleasant and to make the house a little bit cooler. So that is also taking a fair bit of water. All of the water that we use on those trees and shrubs and the grass all comes out of this single tank here, and it's a 5,000 litre plastic tank, which you would think would be a reasonable size, but it doesn't last very long. And if we look in the top of it, I can see that it's completely empty. Hello? Now 5,000 litres sounds like a lot of water, but when I'm out here watering my trees and I'm using a hose or a sprinkler, or I've got the drip irrigation on, I'm using about 1,250 to 1,500 litres of water an hour, which means that in 3 to 4 hours I'll completely empty my 5,000 litre tank. Our saving grace, if you like, in all of this is the dam. Luckily, I have a dam here that's, when it's completely full, is about 1 million litres of capacity. Now, to get the water from the dam up to the tank, I'm going to be using my Honda Firefighter that I've got here. Right, all I've got to do is get over the fence. Okay, here we go. It's a bit heavy. Alright, I've got my pump here now sitting on the flat area on the bank here. These are my hoses. I've actually put these in a couple of years ago when it was dry before. I used the mini digger to trench all the way up here around the back of that shed up to the tank here. And this is a 2-inch metric poly pipe in here, and this connects to my pump on the outlet side, and then I've got an inlet pipe here that comes in from the water. Oh man, that's somewhat tighter than I remember. Why is that so tight? Give that a little tap tap, tap tap, just a little tap tap. sure I've got a rubber seal. Where's my rubber seal gone? Ain't got no rubber seal. Supposed to have rubber in there, which is missing. I have to go and find one of those. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Found it. And just give these pipes a bit of a shake. I did this one year and a whole heap of little red-bellied black snakes came out of the end, so yeah, be warned. Right, the problem I have now is that my intake for my pump is actually sucking up air at the minute. This is how much the water level has dropped in the last couple of months. So the top of this stick here, that's now probably at least a foot or 300 mil above the water, this was actually 300 mil below the top of the water when the dam was full, so the water was up here somewhere. So it's probably dropped, I would think, somewhere like 2 feet, 600 mil, something like that. There's still a tremendous amount of water in the dam, but I've just got to reposition this now and stick it out a bit further so I'm sucking up some actual water. Okay, we'll just prime the pump full of water. If you don't prime it, you get air in the line and it's not going to work. It's coming out of my tap here. I've got to take this off and put the cap on. Whoops. Take that off. Put that sealing cap on. Alright, we'll see how many pulls it'll take to start it. Usually it's pretty good. Okay, what I'll do is I'll start my timer. You can see what it is there. And we'll see how long it takes to actually fill the tank up. So put your best guess in the comments now on how long you think it's going to take to fill a 5,000 litre tank. So that pipe over there, that 50mm pipe, is the one that comes in from the dam. It goes into the top there and you can hear it filling up. Now I do have this tank as well. So this is a 20,000 litre freshwater tank. It gets the water off the roof of the house, and we try not to use this for garden water if we can. We try and keep this for the supply for the house. So we've got it plumbed into our washing machines and the laundry sink and a few things like that. And so we try and keep this for emergency. We are hooked up to the town water as well, which we can use if needed. Well, it looks like it's about half full. You know, really, this water tank is far too small for the amount of watering we do. I should really replace this. I have sort of room here, I think, where I could probably fit like a double the size, like a 10,000 litre tank in, and that would certainly help a little bit, I think. The overflow pipe here I've put in, and I've trenched all the way back down to the dam as well, which is down there. So when the tank's overflowing, it flows back into the dam. Okay, it's just about 300 mil from the top, so I'll head back down to the pump and it should be full. Right, tank full. Every time I fill up my garden water tank, I use 5,000 litres pumped through my little Honda Firefighter here. Now, if I'm looking towards the end of summer, I may have to water up until sometime near the end of February, which would mean that I would have to pump 5,000 litres out of this dam every week for 15 weeks, which is about 75,000 litres. But I've certainly got the capacity in here to do it. I mean, there's a lot of water in this dam, and I'm very grateful and very thankful that I've got this here on the property. I'm certainly a lot better off than some of my other farmer mates that are doing it a bit tough in the dry. Well, there we are. The tank is full, and this will last me probably a week of normal watering. I'll just put the insect screen back on it and we're right to go. Well, I'm very happy to have my tank full once again, and that means that I've got to get back and do some more watering. So thank you everybody for watching today's video. I do appreciate everybody's support, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Oh, and before I forget, the question that I asked in the video was, how long do you think it's going to take my little Honda Firefighter unit there to fill up my 5,000 litre tank? And the answer is 19 minutes and 8 seconds.